Hickman, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilwoman Jan Stevens. Before we start, if there's anybody that would like to have any comments, please sign up in the back with a sign-up sheet for 3 minutes so that you will be able to speak. At this time, we'll begin.
Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for this tonight. Thank you that we get to come together, and we just ask that your presence be with us, that to help us make decisions, to help us move the city forward, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
Thank you, Councilman Hickman and Councilwoman Stevens. At this time, we have the mayor's update and the city manager's update from City Manager Miller.
Don't have anything tonight, sir.
Thank you. The consent agenda. Can we get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Who did that, Jane? Okay. There's a motion by Councilwoman Stevens. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. Discussion on the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? Motion passes. New business.
Yes, sir. Item number 1, consider request from area veterans to host the Veterans Day Parade on November the 11th, 2025 at 6 p.m. The parade will start on Goodyear Boulevard, travel to Main Street, down to West Canal Street, to Kirkwood Street. The rain date will be November the 7th, 2025. Action requested, approved request as submitted.
Can we get a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Councilman Hickman. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? Motion passes.
Yes, sir. Item number 2, that came from the county through the E911 emergency, and it's right in front of you, Chief Quave, at the police, and Josh, wherever Josh is. And it's some conflict there about Wildwood Road to Wildwood Drive. So they're asking we change that on behalf of naming it one street. So it's consider request to update and correct the street and addresses from Wildwood Road to Wildwood Drive per request of Pearl River County E911. Action request, approved request as submitted.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turner. Can we get a second?
A second.
I'm
Me.
sorry.
That's okay.
Jan, okay, I'm sorry. Sounded. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Bumpers. Discussion. I have a question. Attorney Foreman, is there any procedures that we need to follow to do this? Like time frames, any kind of resolutions, anything? Okay, thank you. Again, any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Finance Administration.
Number 1, consider request to accept audit report from TMH for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2023. Action requested, approved request as submitted.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Motion, let me get it right this time, by Councilwoman Stevens. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. All in favor? Aye.
Oh, wait.
Opposed?
We get
Mr.
questions?
Mills, we're in your hand.
Well, we were going to ask first. He's got an update from the auditor. He wants to do after motion.
If it pleases the council, I would like to get Jade Mills with TMH auditors up and let him kind of give you go over the audit with you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Mills, we're in your hand.
We still have to, when he gets through, we still have to vote. You've got a motion and a second. Any more questions? And then
Thank you.
take a vote.
I will try to keep this brief, even though this is a very large report. Turn with me to the last page, the last couple, page 103 in your report. While you're turning there, I would like to say thank you to the mayor, council, the administration, for Sid, city clerk, for all of their help in facilitating the audit. I know we had a lot of requests this go around, and I certainly appreciate all of their help in facilitating those requests, even up to the 11th hour, we had some additional requests come in, and I certainly appreciate them jumping on top of that and turning that around as quickly as possible. So, thank you. And thank you for allowing us to do your audit. We certainly appreciate that opportunity. So, at the very last page of your report, we have a summary of our results. So, as you can see here, we issued an unmodified opinion. This is the best opinion that you can receive under governmental auditing standards. So if we had any issues, we would have issued something differently, but it is unmodified. That is wonderful, especially for a city of your size. That's rare for us to see. I only have a handful of cities that I do that I'm able to do so, and you're one of them. So that, congratulations on that. As far as material weaknesses identified during the course of the audit, there were none reported. Same thing with certificate deficiencies and non-compliance material to the financial statements. There were none reported. So that's wonderful. No financial statement findings for the city of Picayune. Again, that's pretty extraordinary. Now, there were a few findings related to compliance with Mississippi state laws and regulations. That is in a report that begins on page 99. You also had a few findings in this report in the prior year. There were two related to budget issues, and both of those were corrected for the 23 fiscal year and have went away. There are a few in here that are carryovers because by the time that they were discovered during the course of the 22 audit, there was not time to fix it for the 23 audit. And you will even see a little bit of that in the 24 audit, especially for your bank reconciliations. It took a good long time once we discovered the error in 22 in order for the city to get that all caught back because they had to go so far back in the past to make that happen. So you'll continue to see this at least for one more year as far as those bank reconciliations are concerned. So that is a carry forward from prior year, finding one. Finding two, the same situation occurred with your annual inventory of assets. I believe that has been corrected for the 24 fiscal year. That is my understanding, so I expect that one to go away in your next financial audit report. The municipal compliance questionnaire was not completed timely. I believe it had been submitted for 2 years, and it had, per state law, it has to be submitted at the first meeting of the fiscal year, and I believe that has now been resolved as well, so I expect that to go away for the 24 fiscal year. Again, when this was found, there was not time to fix it at that point prior to this here occurring. So finding four, the payroll reconciliation procedures. Again, this is another issue, just like the bank recs. The year had done lapse before this was discovered, and so it will carry forward for, actually, I think this one may go away for 24. I'll have to look back and see. It's very close. It may hang around for one more year, but again, it's an old finding and it has been resolved. It just, the audit has to catch up with it, if that makes sense. The only new finding you had was for a water ordinance implementation. There was a water ordinance that was issued that was not timely keyed into the accounting software, and so that we issued a finding for that. And I know their management is working on getting the ordinance corrected. So updated to reflect the actual amount that's being billed for water. So, any questions on these? Yes, sir.
With the two incompletions that you stated, even if it's not completed right away, that should not be a problem. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
Okay, with the two incompletions that you had, that you said that might come up for 2024.
Yes,
and
sir.
one of them might be, might go away.
Right.
I say even at that rate, that still should not be a problem, is that correct?
It will not be a problem. No, sir. If anything, it would just be a repeat finding. Just noting that it had been noted in the 22 audit, and again, because of the delay in the finding of it, and when the audit was actually conducted for that fiscal year, then the city did not have time to correct it. The fiscal year had already lapsed at that point. Any finding that's issued must be corrected by the end of the fiscal year being audited. If it's not completed at that time, it rolls forward automatically to the next year. So typically, your audits start about 6 months after year end. So you've got, and then the audit lasts, of course, probably 4 months or so. And so there's a time lapse there, and when it's found, and usually they are always repeated at least for 2 years, and sometimes 3, depending on what it is.
Okay.
That's very common, and it's nothing that's going to adversely affect the city. And again, these are all state compliance findings. They had no bearing on the opinions that was issued for your report, which is what the banks and everyone else, your grantors, et cetera, look at. This is strictly state regulations.
Got another question. From your expertise in dealing with audits, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this audit? With 1 being the lowest.
With 1 being good or bad?
1 is the lowest.
The 1 is the lowest. Gonna put me on the spot, aren't you? All right, well, let's see here. I would say the fact that you have all unmodified opinions puts you at probably an 8 or a 9. I think you are in that, definitely in the top 10% of cities in our state. Most cities have at least 1 finding, financial statement finding, that is, not, all cities are going to have typically
At least
the
one.
state compliance findings, but most of them have financial statement findings as well, which is what you do want to avoid.
All right, I have a question. Since there was just a little delay on this one, are we good for 2024? Like we're on target to be
We've started submitting the stuff.
stuff? Okay.
What really happened is going back to our first one, where it took us an extra year because we had to go back in, because there were a lot of things that were brought forward from previous administrations, and there was no one with institutional knowledge to know why they brought some of these things forward, and it went back for years. And so since none of us knew why, not that anybody did anything wrong, different opinions, and we had a different audit firm that they wanted to get everything cleaned up and us in agreement of where these balances and where these things were going forward. We did that for the 22 audit, but it took like an extra year because we had to get a third party to come in and reconcile a lot of things that had been brought forward for years that we had no institutional knowledge why they were doing it. Not that anybody did anything sinister. It's just that, we wanted to have good, clean numbers
Right.
going forward, and that's what he's saying. And so now that's put us behind, and so, we're moving forward. We look to, try to get caught up. That's what's kept us behind the 8 ball all this time, was that 1 year, because you can't just jump out and immediately finish everything up. But I feel like, now we're in this next one for sure. We were involved in all of the financial statements and all of the processes for that entire year. So we have institutional knowledge if you run into something as to why things were done like they were. Before, we just didn't have people from the previous administration to tell us why some of those things. It just kind of delayed us. But again, nothing sinister about it. It's just, the way it was handled. It was handled differently, and we just got a good understanding of how we would move forward.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're working on it. Hopefully, we'll get caught up.
All right, thank you.
Pretty quick. But
Thank you.
We're working on getting them the stuff, and they can't do it until we get everything to them.
Okay, I have another request, either to Harvey or to Sid. Is there any way that you can get a copy of this to former Councilman Ford, because he was asking for all of this?
We'll have it posted on the website.
Okay, I just didn't know if it would be okay to give him a copy of it since he was here during this time. Okay, thank you, that's it.
So the only other ongoing finding that they're working on is number 5. All the other ones technically have been corrected.
It is my understanding
It's just
that that is correct.
with the fiscal year, the way it wasn't corrected within that, so you have to put it on this findings.
Correct. Yes, sir, that's my understanding.
Okay. Is there any way when y'all correct that one, y'all could just let us know at some point?
I'll have to come to you to correct that.
Okay. Just
Yes,
making-
the actual water ordinance will have to be amended to match what is actually happening, and
Okay.
that'll have to come through you.
Okay.
And it goes back to a couple of years where, what they have on their sheet that they're charging, they're actually charging less than what the ordinance says, and it's a clerical error in the ordinance, but the ordinance is the law, so we
Yep.
have to go amend that, and it will catch us next year because we just found it. You see what I'm saying, and that's what we would have collected during that time. We weren't over collecting anything, we were just, that's where we got it correct. And I
That's fine.
have the council to make sure
Just-
that the ordinance reflects what we're charging.
Yep. I just wanna make sure I was on the same radar as y'all.
So it's actually 23, 24, or 24, 25 you'll be working on?
The 24 fiscal year is what we will be working on. This is the 9/30/23 audit.
Okay. Thank you.
Are there any more questions? Sid, would you like to have something to say before we go any further?
Go ahead, like I said,
I mean, on this.
When, just, I guess quick, when, obviously there's a lot of ifs, but when is, from y'all's perspective, after, with everybody having institutional knowledge, y'all get the 24?
Sid and I talked a little bit about that today. We're hoping that he'll have a good bit of that to us by September, and we can get started sometime mid to late September, is what we're hoping.
Because what happens is they request a lot of
We
information.
go
file
through,
it with-
yeah, we'll give them like 4 pages of information request. They have to pull all that, upload it to us, and then we actually get started on it.
So we would, what, probably after the first of the year or something?
No, sir, they've already started uploading stuff, so we expect to have most of it by the end of September.
Okay.
Wow. And then they get
good.
samples and come actually run down these different things. You send all the information to them, then they sample it, then can come here and work with us.
Okay.
And we go deeper into different things.
Have a lot of done, I guess, before the first of the year then. Is that what? You don't want to answer. I don't mean to put you on the spot, I'm just expectations,
Yeah,
like
you got-
what's,
you
I
got-
mean, it's, if it goes over, it goes over. I just was curious, like, what's the time frame?
It all depends on when the information's received. As far as us coming, we'll be down here just as soon as this information is
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
So that won't be a problem at all.
Are there any more questions, comments? I'd like to say before we take a vote, Sid, appreciate the work you and your staff have done on getting this together. I know it's been a tedious process, so now we're doing, continue on working on 2024. So next time, instead of the top 10, we're gonna be looking at getting in the top 5.
I'll write that down.
But Sid, you did say all of this we put on the website to complete our, okay.
Thank you for,
Okay, any more
Thank you.
discussion?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mills. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Next item.
Number 2, consider request to renew engagement letter with Butler Snow in assisting the City of Picayune in continuing disclosures, responsibilities for FY 2024. Action requested, approved request is submitted.
Can we get a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Councilman Hickman. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Turnage. Discussion.
Again, this is just a renewal, like we do year to year.
We do, since we have bonds out, there's
Right.
disclosures that we have to give out to the public about our finances. And it, just like if you're a publicly traded company, and they prepare all that for us. I provide the information, they prepare it for us.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? Question? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Planning and zoning.
Hey, Miss Louise.
Good evening.
Hello.
Consider an application for case review to subdivide parcel. Mr. Bill Edwards is seeking permission to subdivide parcel PIN numbers 23922, being part of Lot 5, Block E, JW7 subdivision, located at 521 Mills Street, Picayune, Pearl River County. The property is zoned R2, two-family residential. The council ward is 2. and the flood zone is X. The action requested is to approve requests as submitted and authorize mayor to sign the plat
Can we get a
to be
motion?
recorded.
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Bumpus. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. Discussion. Questions, comment? All in favor, aye.
Aye. Oh,
Opposed?
did you have one?
Motion passes. Thank you.
Did you have a question? No.
Code enforcement.
Thank you.
Honorable Mayor Pro Tem, and to this council and the city manager. Code enforcement, I'm standing in for our code enforcement officer. And tonight is the night to consider a request to hold a public hearing for property cleanup owned by Mr. John Eisler at 104 North Gray Avenue. I'm sure in your package you saw a lot of pictures and explanation from Mr. Browder as to the process that has been taken to get to this point. So I think we are in compliance with all of the things that we need to do, and we're asking that you hold this public hearing to declare this property a nuisance. I'm not sure if someone here to
He's right there.
represent- Okay, so that's our request.
Okay. At this time, can we get a motion on this request?
So moved.
No, we gotta get a motion on the request and then come back and open.
We're gonna motion to open the
Yeah.
public hearing.
So we do it out in one instead of separate?
To do it separate. Motion to open public hearing, and then after that, we make a motion in a second regarding the request.
Okay. Can we get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turner. Can we get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Stevens. Okay, at this time, the motion has been made, second has been made, and it's not open. Do we have anybody here to speak on that?
Vote, Councilman.
Okay, I'm sorry. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Now you bring up the motion to consider opening the public hearing for the property on the agenda.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was trying to.
You need to go ahead and ask for a motion to consider a public hearing for the property on the agenda.
Okay. I'd like to have a motion to consider the property on the agenda. Can we get a motion for that?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turnage. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's now open. On your hands, sir. In your
I'm
hands.
hard of hearing, matter of fact, my
Yeah, I'm
hearing
sorry.
aid just went out.
I'm sorry. We're in your hands, sir.
I manage and own the property at 104 North Gray Street. After the tenants who had been there for years abandoned the place, they left some people in it for, I don't know how long, months and months, and they trashed it. I had them evicted through the Justice Court. They moved out, but somebody else moved in it. I had people that were gonna go in and refurbish the place and stay for low income, lower rent. Well, somebody moved in there and burned the place. I guess they fell asleep with a cigarette or whatever in the back bedroom. Burned the back of the property out really bad. Now, since then, the fire department and the police department inspectors have told me that the lady across the street had film of the people going in and out of the property, and they could identify who did it. Now, since then, I have not had any good contact with either the fire department or the police department. I have contacted Rhonda by text message. That's the only way I can communicate these days. I have not heard, I don't know if they're here tonight or their representatives are here. I talked to Jim Bowder before he went out of town and said that his representative would be here, and the fire marshal or their representative and the police department or their rep would be here also tonight. Maybe I can get some help from them. Other than that, I'm at like limbo, and it's been months. So I need to know what's going on.
So you manage the property, but you don't own it?
Well, I'm the trustee for the trust fund. It's in a trust, and I am the trustee. It's like I own it,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting any help from the city or anybody that's concerned with it. If a person across the street says, I have film of whoever's going in and out, and I have film of the man, now this is told to me by Rhonda, and I don't know if she's here tonight, that she has film of the man coming out with the house burning behind it. I'm saying, like, click. We have a PERT, we have the person who's responsible. But I'm not getting anything from the police department or the fire department. So, I'm willing to work along with the city. I've been fighting cancer since 2014. I've been lax in my duties, but the people have taken advantage of me, and now I can't get any help. You want me to pay taxes? Fine, I pay taxes, but I want to get something for it.
Ms. McGrew, do you all have a recommendation as to a time frame to work or extension or whatever at this point?
Well, we're at this point, our recommendation would be the 30 days that's granted, or an increase in days if the council want to increase the time. I don't know what the police department, nor the fire department was supposed to do, as it relates to this.
I don't hear you.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't know what you expected from the police department.
Well,
or the fire
if someone
department.
says, I have a perp, I have photos of a perp, let me see them. I was told that they hadn't had a chance to review the tapes a month after the fire.
Ms. McGrew, I got it.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
Sir.
So you can extend it if you want.
okay, thank you. Sir,
Now, you have to text message me by phone or give me a letter
yeah, sir,
by mail.
We will.
You have my mailing address?
I'm sure we have it.
Okay.
sir.
So if, I want to cooperate with you, but I get nothing.
I'm trying to.
Hey, sir?
Sir.
Sir.
Sir, how much,
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing you, sir.
I'm sorry, okay, how
Wait.
much,
Let me go around this way. Maybe if we get closer.
if we decided to,
Wait. You what?
if we decided to extend the time, do you think 60 days would be enough time for you to do what you need?
I'm not understanding you. I apologize. My
No,
hearing aids
no,
went out.
no.
If you give me something in writing, I'd appreciate it.
I'll give it to you right here.
My hearing aid battery just lasted about
No problem.
1 minute before you started talking to me. And I can't hear anything anyway. Give me 90 days. Well, give me 90 days, and then if I can't get any cooperation, I'll have to get somebody else to investigate the property.
Right. What we're gonna do, let me write it down.
You weren't a doctor before, because I could hardly read.
And it's no problem, no problem. She said that
She said she would not be opposed to 90.
I would have said 60. I would have
Okay,
said 60.
fine.
That's fine.
You have to do your job, I have to do mine, but
Yeah.
I would appreciate some more cooperation with the fire department and the police department.
Miss
We'll try, they're good job, they'll
Want
work
my
with you.
phone number?
Miss
You can
Barbara,
give it to Ms.
They
McGraw.
should have it.
Miss Barbara,
They should.
Okay.
right here.
Let me know.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now.
What?
Can you-
We're gonna do it right now.
Can
Okay.
you do it?
And then,
can
wait a
you
minute, I'm gonna
go-
write it down, what we decide.
Can you go in 30 days to see if there's any progression, and then maybe at 60, and then if it's,
I think we agree
Okay.
90 days.
Ms. McGraw, you in agreement with the 90 days? At this
Okay.
time,
Make a vote.
Mrs. McGraw had said that the 90 days would be sufficient with them, so if the wishes of the council, if we could get a motion for 90 days,
I motion
that-
that we
that
give
would-
them 90
that-
days. I motion that we give them 90 days.
we're trying to finish, okay.
Okay.
Okay, can we get a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion has been made by Councilwoman Bumpers that, and second by Councilwoman Stevens, that we extend his time to 90 days. Any discussion before we
Okay.
vote on?
Get it moved.
Okay. All in
But you
favor?
notify me by letter.
Yeah, all in favor,
well,
aye?
wait, I was
Opposed?
gonna say, I asked Miss Barbara at the 30 days and the
And
60,
was you a nay or you with the 90 days?
oh no, you said, was there any discussion, and I was just gonna add
Oh,
to,
okay, well, I left, it. Okay.
I just asked Miss Barbara at the 30 days and at the 60-day mark, just maybe go and see if there's any progression.
Yeah.
We will.
So at this time, if there's no more discussion, we'll extend it,
90
his time to 90 days. All in favor, aye?
Hi.
Opposed? The motion carries. Let me write something. You got the 90 days, and so then this will be like
Just,
what you.
I don't know, was M. Lynn,
No, right here. You know, you got the 90 days?
90 days?
Yeah, okay, and then so at that time, before it's over, just get back in contact with them.
So, I'm still not,
Okay, let me show you. You have this.
I have 90 days from today? Okay, that's fine.
And so during that time, stay in contact.
But I wanna get it done before then,
We hope you will.
and if not, we'll get with it. I'm good?
You good, thank you for your patience.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation. Mr. Trevor,
We gotta close the public hearing.
Gotta close public hearing.
oh, I'm sorry. At this time, we need a motion to close the public hearing. Can we
So-
get a motion?
So moved.
Motion to close by Councilwoman Turnage. Can we get a second to close it?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? And now, Mr. Trevor, Parks and Recreation.
It might be a hard act to follow. Good evening.
You good?
Consider request to approve a car show benefit for Toys for Tots on November the 15th, 2025 at Friendship Park from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Action requested is approved, request as submitted.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turnage. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. Trevor, would you elaborate a little?
This gentleman to my right, Mr. Joey Taste, he's the brains behind this and who come up with this. He approached Harvey Miller, the city manager, and myself Joey, you wanna tell him a little better about it? He doesn't like public speaking, so.
It was just something I always wanted to do, and I know Miss Teresa, so I knew maybe she could have some help with this, and I know I could bring in a lot of big stuff. And so I started putting the word out already, and I think it's gonna be a good thing for the city and Miss Teresa's program.
Thank you. It's very nice of you.
Very
Thank you.
worthy program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hated putting him on the spot, but.
That's all right. It's done.
Whereabouts in the park are y'all gonna be?
Probably what, by the playground, kind of?
It's the back parking lot in the very
Yeah.
back, where the
Subdivision, the asphalt, do you know where the watershed is in the very back? Right there. There's a lot of space in that
Okay.
area. So,
Will you give us some more information the closer it gets to time, like
yes, ma'am.
charge of getting in, or how are you gonna be making the money?
We decided, like how they do a lot, we do a lot of big car shows like Scraping the Coast, Orange Beach Invasion. And the way we're gonna do, we're not gonna charge spectators. We're just gonna charge the people that enters the show, and it's $30 a car. And all that's gonna go to Toys for Tots, and then we're gonna get some food trailers there, trucks, whatever, and come up with a certain amount to go towards Toys for Tots.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion passes. Thank you so much. Police Department.
And we're gonna follow up on that other issue. I think
Yeah,
that
I was
may have been a miss.
I was
trying not to
gonna
laugh.
comment on that shit.
You know, I just didn't want that left open. I
Yeah,
think there's a
yeah, I
misunderstanding, but
got you. I
we're
was gonna comment
gonna
on
follow up on that. Number one, consider request to accept the FY '26 Occupant Protection Grant in the amount of $18,000. The action requested is to approve request as submitted. That's the OP grant that reimburses overtime for officers to work traffic details.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turner. Can we get a second?
Second.
Second
Okay.
by Councilwoman Seaver. Chief, could you elaborate on that, the percentages and everything? that's gonna be given and so
Well,
forth?
it's previously, we've gotten 15,000, and so we were able to get an increase of 18,000, and it's just an overtime reimbursement for full-time officers when they work traffic details. They'll come out on their off days and, school zones, or, that's been a hot topic. We've tried to be very, very present there, but any other place where we have a need to, they can come out and work traffic details and get reimbursed. The city gets reimbursed for that cost. And we zero it out every year. I think they said we had $400 left out of 15,000 from the fiscal year we're coming out of. So it gets used and saves the city some money and still provides a service.
Any more discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Chief, do you want to comment now or later, or is that it about before?
About what, sir?
You were saying you were going to say something about,
Oh, well, I
You
just
do.
mentioned that I was going to follow up on that. It was kind of left open in the air,
okay.
but we're going to follow up on that
Yeah, I was gonna-
immediately. I think it may be a miscommunication, but
Yeah.
we're going to follow up
yeah,
on that.
I was going to make a comment on that. I think you and the fire department doing a great job, so it's probably lack
Appreciate
of
it.
communication and
You bet.
tempers are short, so whatever y'all could do, and I know y'all will to help with that, we'd appreciate it.
We will. I think there's a misunderstanding, but yes, sir, we will.
And we'll get there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number two, consider request to surplus and sell at auction the following seized firearms. A is a Winchester Model 70 G2136970. B is a Romanian AK-47 FP0378. C is a Mauser Model M1886 37433. D is a Stevens Model 311A. No serial number. E is a Remington 870, A 769756U. F is a Smith & Wesson Model SW9VE, serial number DYJ 7176, and G is an Enfield muzzleloader with no serial number. Action requested is to approve request as submitted.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Turnage, can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? None. The motion passes.
Yes, sir. Number 3, consider request to approve Mississippi Internet Crimes Against Children memorandum of understanding between the Mississippi Attorney General's Office and Picayune Police Department. Authorize Chief Police to sign all related documents. The action requested is to approve request as submitted and authorize Chief Police to sign all related documents.
Can we get a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Councilman Hickman. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Bumpers. Discussion. Chief, give us a brief synopsis on that with that. the
Yes, so
internet.
it's more known as ICAC, the abbreviations. What that is Mississippi has an organization, ICAC. We're joining in with that, and so what we'll get out of that is training and some equipment to better investigate our own local, and when the state's involved, internet crimes against children. So it's going to be a big plus for us to be able to investigate those better.
They offer financial assistance too along that line when they do it, is that correct?
They do in the form of equipment and training to investigate these type crimes. If it's not directly reported to us and it goes through another route, it'll eventually get sent to us and we can report those, we can investigate those with a little bit better technology, and we'll have better training to go along with that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any more discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we're down to miscellaneous council members' business. Councilman Hickman, we'll start with you.
I don't have anything tonight.
Councilwoman Bumpers. Councilwoman Stevens.
I'm good.
I don't have anything.
At this time, we have a concern. If you would, Caleb, would you please come down, please?
First time I've done this, so. All right, so, let me get my voice.
So, I'm sorry, before you start, you have 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. So basically, my concern is I know recently they started, development on that, I think it's a technology center right by the Arboretum. And, I saw where the land is at, and my concern was, if, I'm kind of afraid that if they try to develop a little west to that, because the Arboretum is like right here. I forgot what the name of the road is right here. There's a bit of land right there, and then this is the development. And I was hoping, making sure that they don't try to develop to the west, because right there is where there's a lot of pristine habitat, like longleaf pine habitats, like savannas. It's basically almost a mirror of what the Arboretum has. And I'm also kind of afraid with the data center, whatever it's going to be there, I'm afraid it'll, get in the way of if they have to do prescribed burns, because, the Arboretum has to do that every few years because of, to keep habitat health in line. So, I'm just kind of, worried that construction and stuff might negatively affect the Arboretum, just like to, I guess, make sure that the development keeps to the east and not like right there next to the Arboretum where they hasn't built yet,
Lindsay could probably talk about that.
I mean, I don't know who owns it. I mean, I don't know if the state owns it or Mississippi State University owns it. I'm not really sure, just, obviously there's not really much law to say they can't do it, but it'd just be kind of reassuring if somebody said, yeah, we'll not build it, just, I don't know.
I don't think there's gonna be anything to worry about, but
Yeah,
Lindsay, you were a big part of the tech park. Could you comment on his concerns?
Lindsay, we were gonna give you some time anyway, so you have this plus 3 more minutes.
I will hopefully not take as much time as that, sir, but also ease your concerns. So if you're familiar where the distribution line is, so that road is Runway Road, the property that we're developing as a tech park is actually east of that. So the property that you're concerned with is really to the west of that distribution line and nowhere where we're actually coming in contact with. And so what we're doing now is we're developing the site as a master plan site and working with the MSU Extension Office and those entities to make sure that we can maintain any native species we can in that area that we actually are developing. So ours is that 30-acre parcel right there along Runway Road.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Do you need anything else on that one? And it's not gonna be a data center, I'll tell you this, and I'm saying that for right now. The data centers that you see actually require quite a bit of acreage, looking at 100+, and,
They put out a lot of pollution and stuff.
well, that's an off-site discussion, but they also bring a lot of tax dollars. So what I will say this, though,
I guess what Stennis has.
with what, who has?
Kind of like how Stennis has a lot of their business parks. I guess it's kind of more like that.
Well, it's a little complicated, but I will say this, they would help pay for a lot in our school system. But I do appreciate your interest in it, though. We're excited to be able to get developed out there. It's a good partnership with the city.
Right, I like the tech part, and I'm also, I'm glad that they're not gonna build in that one part.
You and me
It'd
both.
be kind of nice, because I can go from looking at the tech place and go straight to the Arboretum and come back.
Well, if you see someone in a blazer walking around out there, it's me, and it's trying to get some peace from loud talkers. Y'all have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Lindsay, did you have anything else you wanted to bring before?
I appreciate that, Mr. Breland and Council President at this moment. And I will say this, we have applied for an additional site development grant. And so what I am pursuing is similar to our partnership that we've talked about previously with the city. And it's that for us to have additional signage and wayfinding that is similar to the city's Highland Parkway, the sign that you guys put out there. It's gonna be similar in scope so that we can have the cohesive partnership and cohesive feel for the tech park site. So I'm excited, very hopeful, and I want that to kind of continue beyond the tech park to other locations that we can talk about later. Excited. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We are not gonna have an executive session, so at this time, we need to entertain a motion to adjourn until September the 2nd.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilwoman Turner. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Hickman. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all. Thank you. Be blessed.